8:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Indrani Senanayake. The headlines. The President says that the fundamental policy of the government is to eliminate poverty. The Game Samaga Pilisandarak program ended successfully in Vavuniya today. A special security plan is underway in line with the Easter Sunday services tomorrow. Sri Lanka is in the leading index of global recoveries of COVID-19. Vegetables will be supplied during the festive season without any shortage. DIG Ajit Rohana says 264 drunk motorcyclists have been arrested. Overseas news, Osaka confirms record new cases of coronavirus. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa says that the fundamental policy of the government is to eliminate poverty. While attending the 17th Game Samaga Pilisandarak program today, the President said that the government will always give prominence to the rural people. The program took place in Vavuniya at the Bogasveva school premises. Speaking on the occasion, the President said many people do not have an understanding about the problems faced by the poor people. The President pointed out that when he was preparing to give the land ownership to the people living in their traditional lands, fake news was spread stating that he is destroying the forests. The President said that officials in the wildlife, forest conservation, agriculture and environment sectors are working for the public. Therefore, the President said all of them should pay attention to the problems faced by the people. President Rajapaksa said that certain organized groups are spreading false propaganda against him and the government. The President said that the government has launched a program to develop 100,000 roads, 5,000 tanks are being renovated. Attention has been paid on renovating small and medium-scale irrigation schemes. Steps will be taken to recruit those who have passed programs such as higher diploma courses to meet the shortage of teachers in remote areas. The President said that the Education Ministry has made a policy decision in this regard. The President emphasized that he would continue to rule the country based on the aspirations of the people who elected him while protecting them. Sri Lanka is in the leading index of global recoveries of COVID-19. The percentage of recoveries in the country is 96.66. India and Russia are in the second and third places respectively. 2,532 patients are receiving treatment in hospitals. The second dose of the vaccine is to be given from the 19th of this month. Meanwhile, a total of 98 persons have tested positive for COVID-19 today. The Director General of Health Services says 8 new COVID-related deaths have been confirmed in Sri Lanka. This brings the country's death toll from the pandemic to 575, according to the Department of Government Information. Secretary of the Manning Market Society in Paliagoda, Gamini Handonette, says that vegetables will be supplied for consumers without any shortage. He said that there will be no price increase of vegetables during the festive season. He also stated that about 140 lorries of vegetables arrived at the Manning Economic Centre today. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
The Speed Investment Plan from Sri Lanka Insurance. Give a high five to life.
We continue with local news. The State Minister of Fisheries, Kanchana Wijayasekara, says that the Fisheries Corporation will be organised soon. 500 million rupees has been allocated for this purpose. Under this program, 93 main trade stalls are to be modernised. The objective of this move is to obtain a better fish harvest in future. Police media spokesman DIG Ajit Rohan stated that 8,957 persons have been identified for various offences related to motorcycles during an island-wide operation conducted to reduce motorcycle accidents. The police media spokesman further stated that 295 motorcycles were taken into custody by the police during the operation as the motorcycles were found to be unfit for riding. DIG Ajit Rohan said 264 drunk motorcyclists have also been arrested. Next, we take a look at the main news story.
Introducing Speed Investment with Sri Lanka Insurance, the only insurance policy that increases your sum assured by 5% every year for the same premium amount. You also get a bonus payment at maturity. What better plan to have when you can invest now and relax later? The Speed Investment Plan from Sri Lanka Insurance. Give a high five to life. Sri Lanka Insurance. Like a father, like a mother.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Police spokesman DIG Ajit Rohan said that more than 12,000 police officers and armed forces personnel have been deployed to cover all churches in Sri Lanka for the Easter Sunday services. He said that the special security arrangement has been implemented following a circular issued by the IGP. 9,365 officers from the police and the STF have been deployed for duty, while 2,522 members of the three armed forces will be patrolling to provide security. That was the main news story. Watchlight is up next.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
We now take a look at Watchlight. Director General of Health Services, Dr. Asela Gunawardena, has issued health guidelines in view of the upcoming Sinhala and Tamil New Year. Accordingly, the members of the public have been urged to celebrate the festival and to observe the traditions and rituals at home. They have been requested to stay at home during the inauspicious time as much as possible. When visiting religious places during inauspicious times, people are required to follow health and safety precautions in order to prevent the spread of COVID-19. That was a look at Watchlight. A bulletin of world news will follow.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of
the best discount in this Urdu season, People's Leasing Polywasi. Enjoy an interest rebate of 25% from People's Leasing for all the leasing facilities during this Urdu season. Call 011-206-300 for more details. Conditions apply.
People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
World News headlines. Osaka confirms record new cases of coronavirus. France calls on Iran to be constructive in nuclear talks. Egypt mummies to pass through Cairo in ancient rulers' parade. Osaka Prefecture says a record 666 new cases of the coronavirus were confirmed today. The number has topped 600 for 3 straight days and exceeded Tokyo's number for 5 straight days. The cumulative number of cases found in the prefecture reached 54,096. The total number of new cases confirmed across Japan today was 2,775, including 446 in Tokyo, 206 in Hyogo, northwest of Osaka, 140 now in Saitama, north of Tokyo, and 136 in the northeastern prefecture of Miyagi. France called on Iran to show a constructive stance in direct talks to be held with the United States in Vienna next week as part of a broader effort to review a 2015 nuclear deal, the foreign minister said today. Following a call with his Iranian counterpart Javad Zarif, French Foreign Minister Jean-Yves Le Drian said in a statement that he had asked Iran to refrain from further violations of current nuclear commitments to aid discussions. He said he encouraged Iran to be constructive in the discussions that are set to take place. Crowds of Egyptians are expected to line the streets to witness a historic procession of their country's ancient rulers through the capital, Cairo. The lavish multi-million-dollar spectacle will see 22 mummies, 18 kings and 4 queens transported from the peach-colored neoclassical Egyptian museum to their new resting place 5 kilometers away. With tight security arrangements befitting their royal blood and status as national treasures, the mummies will be relocated to the new National Museum of Egyptian Civilization in what is called the Pharaoh's Golden Parade. To end this bulletin of world news, the headlines again. Osaka confirms record new cases of coronavirus. France calls on Iran to be constructive in nuclear talks. Egypt mummies to pass through Cairo in ancient rulers' parade. That ends this bulletin of world news. Development news is up next.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of
the best discount in this Urdu season, People's Leasing Polywasi. Enjoy an interest rebate of 25% from People's Leasing for all the leasing facilities during this Urdu season. Call 011 206 300 for more details. Conditions apply.
People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Development News is brought to you by CIB Nivea offer valuable gift vouchers for every bill payment during 1st to 10th April. 20% discount for bank card holders. Our place, our product. CIB.
The Minister of Agriculture, Mahindananda Alutkamage, visited the Batticaloa district to monitor the progress of agricultural projects in the eastern province, which are making a huge contribution to the country's agriculture. The peanut processing centre in Kadariveli, Vahare, was also opened to the public yesterday. This project is being implemented as a peanut agro-technology garden with the contribution of 100 farmers on 100 acres of land. That was development news. A look at sports news next.
Development News was brought to you by CIB Nivea offer valuable gift vouchers for every bill payment during 1st to 10th April. 20% discount for bank card holders. Our place, our product. CIB.
On to sports news. The BCCI is keeping a close eye on the growing number of COVID-19 cases in India, especially in Mumbai, but remains confident that it will be able to conduct the IPL as scheduled, starting in less than a week's time. At the same time, Hyderabad has emerged as a backup venue option should one or more of the 6 designated host cities are not able to hold their matches. Well, that was a look at sports news. Business news will follow.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply. Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Reopening the tourism sector to foreigners, Sri Lanka will allow tourists who have taken both COVID-19 vaccinations to visit the country and also roam freely without additional quarantine regulations. This will also be extended to Sri Lankans based overseas and planning to visit the country. That was a look at business news. Economic news follows.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money. Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Economic news, courtesy of...
I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Ambassador of Korea Santosh Woojin Jeong, in a bid to enhance his cooperation and support the Northern Province, met with the Governor of the Northern Province, P.S.M. Charles, in Colombo. During the meeting with the Governor, the Ambassador discussed ways to promote economic and cultural ties between Korea and Sri Lanka. Both sides discussed opportunities to explore potentials in trade, infrastructure development and tourism in the Northern Province. That was economic news. And finally, we take a look at the weather report.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Weather report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, introduces Nanasa, a trilingual educational mobile app with video-based lessons for grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with no subscription fee.
The Met Department says mainly fair weather will prevail over most parts of the island. Misty conditions can be expected at some places in the central, Sabaragamuwa and western provinces during the morning. That was a look at the weather report.
Weather report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, introduces Nanasa, a trilingual educational mobile app with video-based lessons for grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with no subscription fee.
To end tonight's news broadcast, we take a look at the headlines again. The President says that the fundamental policy of the government is to eliminate poverty. The Gamasamaga Pilisandarak program ended successfully in Vavuniya today. A special security plan is underway in line with the Easter Sunday services tomorrow. Sri Lanka is in the leading index of global recoveries of COVID-19. Vegetables will be supplied during the festive season without any shortage. DIG Ajit Rahuna says 264 drunk motorcyclists have also been arrested. And news from overseas, Osaka confirms record new cases of coronavirus. Well, today, the MW Express is up for refurbishing. So MW is not here. He's very busy trying to get it up to standard. But Victor and I will be here to keep you company until close of transmission at 10 o'clock.